Good evening. Thank you for your time and listening in today. My name is Trinity Gaucher, and I'm excited to discuss the complexities of dementia, particularly as it relates to Alzheimer's disease and its comorbidities, such as Lewy body disease. So, as you may or may not know, Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurological disorder leading to memory loss and cognitive decline. Dementia encompasses various cognitive disorders, with Alzheimer's disease being the most prevalent. This presentation explores the complexities introduced by comorbidities, especially Lewy body disease in dementia. Here is an overview slide of what today's presentation will include, and let's move right along to section 1. In this section, we will leave understanding the relationship between Alzheimer's disease and Lewy body disease. So let's dive right in. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder characterized by cognitive decline, memory loss, and behavioral changes, primarily affecting older adults. Key pathological features include the accumulation of amyloid beta plaques and tau tangles in the brain, leading to synaptic dysfunction and neuronal death. The presence of undiagnosed Lewy body disease can exacerbate cognitive decline in Alzheimer's patients, complicating clinical presentations and treatment approaches. So, now that we know a little more about Alzheimer's disease, let's discuss Lewy body disease. Lewy body disease is a type of progressive dementia characterized by the presence of abnormal protein deposits called Lewy bodies in the brain, which can lead to cognitive impairment and motor symptoms. Common clinical features include fluctuating cognition, visual hallucinations, and Parkinsonism, which can overlap with symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, complicating diagnosis and management. The coexistence of Lewy body disease in Alzheimer's patients can accelerate cognitive decline and worsen overall prognosis, highlighting the importance of accurate diagnosis for effective treatment strategies. So, just to make sure I haven't lost anyone and everyone's on the same page, comorbidities refer to the presence of multiple diseases or conditions in a patient. So, Lewy body disease is a key comorbidity that shares features with both Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. This overlap can complicate diagnosis and treatment. So, moving on to the presence of Lewy bodies in Alzheimer's patients. This can lead to, like I said, more rapid cognitive decline, significant decrease in quality of life, and increased caregiver burden. There is also a diagnostic challenge because clinically undiagnosed Lewy body disease complicates the diagnostic process for Alzheimer patients. Overlapping symptoms can result in misdiagnosis, and inappropriate treatment strategies may be employed. This stresses the importance of early detection. Identifying Lewy body pathology in Alzheimer patients is essential for tailoring interventions that may slow cognitive decline and which also improve management for both conditions alone. I hope by now you have a better understanding of the relationship between Alzheimer's and Lewy body disease. Now we're going to move on to section 2. Here I will highlight the clinical findings of a research study titled Faster Cognitive Decline in Dementia Due to Alzheimer's Disease with Clinically Undiagnosed Lewy Body Disease. The primary objective of this study was to determine whether clinical disease progression differs in Alzheimer's disease subjects with and without Lewy body disease. A main focus being conducting through neuropathological examinations to identify distinct and overlapping characteristics, and a main end goal being enhancing clinical trial design and efficiency by addressing these complexities. This research study utilized three groups of subjects: those diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease alone, Alzheimer's disease with Lewy body dementia, and Alzheimer's disease with Lewy bodies. The research involved a retrospective analysis of subjects selected from the Banner-Sun Health Research Institute database, focusing on those diagnosed with dementia and undergoing comprehensive neuropathological examinations. Data collection included demographic information, cognitive assessments, and neuropathological evaluations, while statistical analysis employed methods assessed cognitive decline and group differences. The research findings revealed significant differences in the duration of cognitive dysfunction among the groups studied. Neuropathological scores also varied significantly, emphasizing the impact of comorbidities on disease progression and clinical presentation. So, to summarize, the study found that subjects with Alzheimer's disease with Lewy bodies experienced a faster cognitive decline compared to those with Alzheimer's disease alone, with significant differences in the MMSE scores and survival scores indicating quicker progression to a 10-point decline. Additionally, the prevalence of core Lewy body dementia features were higher in the undiagnosed Alzheimer's disease with Lewy body dementia group, highlighting the importance of recognizing comorbidities in dementia for improving clinical trial outcomes and treatment strategies. You can see everything I just discussed on this lovely graph from the research project slash paper. And you can see the darker line that's on top, mainly on top, which is the Alzheimer's disease only line. Their survival probability is higher, and their time in years is more to the right. So they live longer with just Alzheimer's disease only. And you can also see the dotted lines, which are include the mix of diseases, Alzheimer's disease and Lewy body disease, and Alzheimer's disease with undiagnosed Lewy body disease. You can see they don't live as long. Their line is under the dark line. So these results underscore the need for a nuanced approach in treating dementia, considering the interplay of various conditions alone. So let's do a comparative analysis. Overall, the study evaluated key demographic factors and post-mortem characteristics to understand their relationships with cognitive dysfunction. This allowed us to uncover significant insights regarding the progression of cognitive decline. And research indicates that patients with Alzheimer's disease and clinically undiagnosed Lewy body disease experience a significantly faster cognitive decline compared to those with Alzheimer's disease alone, which we all seen on the last slide on the graph. The presence of Lewy bodies in Alzheimer's patients correlates with more pronounced cognitive defects, highlighting the need for differential diagnosis to tailor treatment strategies effectively. Understanding the comparative rates of cognitive decline across these gaps is crucial for clinicians as it informs prognosis and potential interventions aimed at mitigating cognitive deterioration. All right, so let's recap real quick. We started this presentation off with an empty box, and we filled that box with the understanding and knowledge of the relationship between Alzheimer's disease and Lewy body disease. We now know that Lewy body disease is a key comorbidity that shares features with Alzheimer's disease and can sadly lead to misdiagnosis. We started wrapping that box up with the research study we just discussed. And of course, there is a problem. The research study results revealed that patients with Alzheimer's disease with clinically undiagnosed Lewy bodies show faster cognitive deterioration compared to patients with only Alzheimer's disease. Now we're going to wrap that box up with a bow and discuss the implications for diagnosis and treatment. So there are challenges in diagnosing Lewy body disease in Alzheimer's patients. Of course, the overlapping features. Lewy body disease and Alzheimer's disease share clinical features, including cognitive fluctuations and visual hallucinations. There are also challenges in diagnosis. These similarities create significant difficulties in accurately diagnosing Lewy body disease in patients already diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which of course can lead to misdiagnosis. The consequences of misdiagnosis often result in delayed treatment interventions and impacts on patient care and outcomes. Additional research is necessary to further explore the interactions between different types of dementia and their comorbidities. Future research should prioritize creating integrated diagnostic frameworks that bring together various approaches by combining neuroimaging, biomarker analysis, and thorough clinical assessments. We can more accurately identify Lewy body disease in patients with Alzheimer's. This holistic approach will not only improve our understanding of these conditions, but also lead to more effective treatment strategies. These efforts could simply pave the way for developing more effective treatments tailored to the complexities of dementia. Today, we explore dementia, particularly Alzheimer's disease, and its relationship with conditions like Lewy body disease. In summary, these comorbidities complicate clinical outcomes and treatment responses. This research shows significant variations in cognitive decline and brain pathology, emphasizing the need for personalized treatment approaches. Recognizing these complexities can enhance the effectiveness of clinical trials and patient care in the future. Here is my key reference that informed my research and findings presented in this presentation today. Yay, yay, yay! You made it to the end. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Again, my name is Trinity Gaucher. Please feel free to contact me with any follow-up questions. My contact info is listed below. And goodbye for now. Have a great day.